Hello, everybody, and y'all already know, y'all should know what today is, and it don't matter what day it is. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Um, we're going to talk about waiting, and if you are waiting to be married, it is nothing wrong with that. If you are waiting and think that the next person that you're waiting on is the person that you should be or are going to marry, that's what we're going to talk about. That's the type of waiting I want to speak about, because there's nothing wrong with waiting. And I think sometimes people don't have the patience to wait. And we're going to talk about this pick me, get chose, whatever the language is that y'all use. I was born in the 70s, so I understand the language while I don't use the language. But we're going to talk about what it is that everybody keeps saying, pick me, pick me, pick me, oh, get chose, wait to be chosen, all of that. Because the Bible does speak about, first of all, waiting on the Lord, renewing your strength. And then it also speaks about having patience to run the race. So he gives you the strength to run the race because all of our races are not the same length. So for those of you who know, I just got an electric vehicle a couple months ago. And I can tell y'all, in the time, the old vehicle that I had was a 2012. Brand new. The only miles that were on there were the miles from them driving it to my house. And in the 12 years that I've had the vehicle and me going to the gas station, all of that stuff, I have helped more people in March, April, May, June, in the 5 months. The 5 months or so that I've had my vehicle, I have helped more people charging my vehicle than I have filling up my vehicle. And I'm really starting to understand that everything really happens for a reason. I think it's in Ecclesiastes. It says nothing happens by chance. And I'm starting to learn that in my older age. I'm starting to be more patient. I think in certain areas I've always been patient or had more patience. But when it came to the personal things in life, I didn't. So what happened when I got to the charging station today, I ended up going. I helped my husband get ready this morning. I usually like to go by a certain time. And today I pretty much left by that time. And when I got to the station, I go inside to the store because while you're charging, you could go and you could wait. You could wait in your vehicle or you could go and shop or whatever. So I go inside the store. I knew I was going to shop and get some stuff. So you're doing like a 2-for-1. Come out the vehicle. It says I have 5 minutes left. I'm like, okay, great. A person pulls up, got the same kind of car I have, exact same car, just a different color. I'm like, okay, cute, because when you see it, I ain't know nothing about my car when I got it. So now when I see the other people in my car, I was like, all right, they know what's up. So the guy gets out, and I let him know. I say, hey, I got 5 minutes left because I know by going to this particular charging facility that there is a certain pump that even if it's empty, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, when you charge, you're going to have to wait longer. And the way anybody knows, the way charging stations work, all of them are supposed to charge the same way. But this particular one, at a certain charging port or station, it takes longer, no matter the time of day. So I avoid that one at all costs because patience and experience has taught me don't go to that one. So the guy gets out, he's checking the stations, and I tell him, I'll be done in 5 minutes. And he's like, okay, no, it doesn't work. I say, no, I'll be done in 5 minutes. And for those of you who know, I live in Miami. So in South Florida, yo hablo español. So he's talking to me, but I could tell he understood because of how I point. So our body language and what we point to when people don't speak the same language, we're able to communicate too. So he said, okay, mommy. I said, all right. So he tells me, he said, when you finish, can you wait? Can you wait? Help me, please. I said, all right. He get in his car, get him by, and I pull up, he backs in. Get out. So I tell him, he knows how to open up the charging station because now, his charging port. So I ask him, I say, when did you get your vehicle? So he got his vehicle like 3 weeks ago. So I say, okay, I show him the screen. So I'm letting him know everything. When you charge, let me tell you something. When you charge the vehicle, for the vehicle that I have, and I'm sure others are the same way, when you charge your vehicle, when you plug it in, you get an indication, but you have to wait that it's connected. After that, You have to wait to hear a sound because the station starts to go. And as soon as you plug in, if it's connected correctly, it automatically says that it's connected to vehicle, and you start hearing this little humming sound. So I tell him, wait and listen. I say, escuchar. So he says, okay. So then I say, you have the app? He says, yes. He opens up his phone. He opens up the app. I told him, because he's getting ready. Y'all know the men are impatient. He opens up the app and he's going. I said, no, you got to wait. I said, read the address. So I'm showing him the address that's on the screen. He said, this one? I said, yes. He clicked it. So now he looking, and I said, número tres. Because the station that I was parked at was for station 4, but it didn't work. Because certain ways you park, you can do it. I said, you at station 3. This the one you choose, even though you parked at station 4. So he said, okay. So now, when he charges, or he gets ready to charge, you got to swipe. You got to be patient enough now. Swipe. And now it says initiating. So he's like, okay, finish. I said, no, wait. Escuchar. Beep. He heard the beep. I said, now it's ready and it's charging. I tell him to get in the vehicle. He sits down. I say, siéntate aquí. I told him to press the brake. When you press the brake, electric vehicle comes on. I show him how to read the charging from the screen. And he says, thank you, gracias. I go, he said, man, please, you have a nice day. Your Sunday, have a nice day. I say, you too, papi. Okay, bye. I get in my car and I laugh. And I said, sometimes we don't understand. Waiting puts us in perfect timing. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm a teacher by heart. The agency, I work for a federal agency, and I've been teaching since 2008. And there's nothing like the joy to see a person's face after you've helped them. And teaching is helping. And I just laugh because I'm telling you, and this one particular station that I go to, I've been to other stations, but this is my favorite one, and also the one that I go to the most. And I have helped so many people. I've helped a lot of people where it was their first time charging. It was people who wasn't even their vehicle. I've done so much helping at that charging station. And I just laugh and I thank God for the grace and the patience. And I don't know how many people have been in a position to help, but we haven't been patient enough to provide the help. And understand this, if all of us keep acting like we're so impatient to be able to help somebody, how are you going to get the pruning that it is that you need? So when it comes to waiting, I am getting ready to do a series. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I promise y'all I am working on it. For those of you, especially to women, I'm really, in some things, like some series that I do, this one is going to specifically be for the women. And it's waiting on God and waiting on purpose. Don't worry about getting chose, getting picked, all of those other things. If you know that you want to be married, what are you doing to become wifey material? That's how you're supposed to behave every day. That's what you're supposed to do every day. If that's what your end goal is, you are to be that way every day. Prepare yourself now. I'm telling you that as a wife of 23 years. I'm not the same person that my husband married 23 years ago. So there are positive changes that you do need to make, or changes that you make that will affect your relationship positively. So if you think that if you get married, you ain't got no changing to do, you got another thing coming if you think it's all him, or if you think it's all her. But for this one, guys, I'm really talking to the ladies. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor with the Lord. So your job is to get found. Not chose, found. You're not lost, but it says he that findeth the wife findeth a good thing. I read the King James Version because I told y'all I'm paper Bible saved. So while you are waiting, understand you wait on purpose. You wait with purpose, and you wait on God. Not waiting on what you think you like. I don't care how long your list is, and everybody, they do tell you, write the vision, make it plain, manifest it, do all of those things. But let me tell you something. He will give you the desires of your heart, but I want you to go back and read that list after you made that list and ask, do you even possess 50% of the things that you're asking for in your mate? If you're not willing to give what you wrote down on that paper, go sit down. Wait some more. I meant what I said, and I said what I said. Whatever it is you have on that paper, if you are not willing to give, go sit down. You ain't ready to be found. People ask for things that they can't give. Am I saying that you're supposed to be able to give and do what you're asking your mate for? I'm not saying it in that way. I don't need somebody that's just like me. However, for men, they want to know that you can provide for them in the instance that they are not able to provide for you. And if I was a man, I wouldn't want no woman that couldn't provide for me if I lost my job, if I got sick, if I got injured. And I think that's what women don't think about. It's not about, oh, what you got, what you bring it to the table. What do you bring it to the table? And a meal ain't the only thing that they need. A good time, read between the lines, ain't the only thing that they need. So I want you to understand, if you are waiting to be chosen, you need to wait to be found. He that findeth the wife findeth the good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. I'm putting it on here because it's going to make me work on it. I want to do a journal that is going to help you, just a little, like a prompt type journal, to make you do like a little self-inventory. Y'all already know I like to do introspection. And I want y'all to do something that will make you reflect on who you are, what you got on the inside. And you're the only one that see it. So you need to do a little inner work. I still need to do a little inner work. God is still working on me, and nobody is perfect, but that's not an excuse for me to continue doing the foolishness if my husband thinks it's foolishness. So I want to reiterate. If you're waiting, please wait. But don't just sit and wait and don't do nothing. Wait on purpose. What are you doing while you're waiting? Are you working on your body? Are you working on your mind? Are you working on your spirit? All of those things. And for those of you, because I got a lot of people that subscribe to me from the group that does, a lot of y'all don't go to church, and that part is fine. But the things that I'm saying are still what I'm saying that you need to do. You need to do it. So even if you're not a Bible thumper like I am, you need to have some sense of self and acknowledgement of, hey, I need to work on this. And if you think that you don't need to work on nothing, that's part of the problem right there. So what I want to encourage everybody to do is write your list. But if you have anything on that list that you're not willing to give, or if you have it, you won't give it, then you're not ready. And let's talk on money real quick. I'm talking when I say, okay, you want somebody, you making $60,000, but you want somebody that make $100,000. If your goal is to say, okay, I want somebody that at least makes more money than me, that's more realistic. But you can't be over here talking about you want a six-figure person. Are you even trying to work on that? Or do you want a six-figure person so that you don't have to work? What is your value that you're going to bring to offset where that deficit is? That's where it's calling the helpmate. So what are you helping him meet if you're not making the same amount? Where are you compensating for that? And that's what people don't understand. That's where that equality comes in. So if I'm strong in A and you're strong in B, when you get to A, I make up the deficit. When I get to B, you make up the deficit, if I said that correctly. Y'all understand? So you're not, and I don't want to say you're looking for somebody, again, that's strong where you're weak, but that's kind of how it goes along. And they may just be weak because they never had anybody show them, and once you show them, they're good and ready. So again, I'm going to start and end this with the same thing. If you are waiting on marriage, it's nothing wrong with that. But if you are waiting and you want the next person that you meet to be the one that you marry, that is not good. That ain't what we're trying to do. That is a setup for failure, not success. Go through and do an inventory on your last 3 relationships. Why y'all broke up? Why did you even call it a relationship? How long did you wait to call it a relationship? All of those things like that. Those are the things that you need to ask yourself. So again, y'all already know this is Happy Sunday Fun Day for me. I done did what I needed to do. Sunday is the only day that I think I'm starting to get on a good routine, and I appreciate that because this is the Lord's day, and I try to value my time on Sunday. And I told y'all these downloads be coming to me on Sundays, but I'm telling you, wait on God, wait on purpose. Wait on God, wait on purpose. So this is my little drop for Sunday. I might come again sometime later in the week, but we're going to talk about this waiting series and waiting to be found. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your time. Y'all know I try to keep it short. It's been 15 minutes. We out. Peace and progress.